What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video. Wanted to talk about the latest offering from our good friend, Triple Fraud Paul Levesque. Here's an action figure of him from back in like 1996 or 1997. You can see the Triple H logo on his wrestling tights there when he had a different look to him back then, you know. And I'd say our wrestling action figures that you might have forgotten about for today would be at 458 pounds, King Kong Bundy. And also, how about this one here for you? WWF's Kamal the Ugandan Giant from 409 pounds, rather. There you have him right there. And that's some action figures from WWE that you might have forgotten about from the 80s. And let's talk about the WWE Royal Rumble of 2026. It occurred on Saturday, January 31st, 2026. And this event, it had a 2-hour countdown show, but that did not have any original matches on it. So, I don't know why not. They usually don't in WWE. I mean, now AEW and TNA, on their countdown shows, they always have exclusive matches, but WWE doesn't. You know, we've seen recently how Bruce Pritchard of WWE, they say, well, in WWE, we don't think that premium live events should have more than 4 or 5 matches on it. Well, I mean, that's like kind of crazy. I feel like that's kind of a ripoff when you think about like All Elite Wrestling when, some of their pay-per-views have like 13, 14, 15 matches on them when you include like the countdown show. Like a lot of times the countdown show alone has 3 or 4 exclusive matches right there. I mean, the TNA's countdown shows, they have original matches, but WWE, they don't like having exclusive matches on their shows anymore, you know? Anyway, this show, the Royal Rumble for 2026, that was an event held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in front of a crowd that they claimed was 25,000 people. Now, on the show itself, because of the lighting of the audience, and like they had these like lights on like the headrests of the chairs, you know, I mean, it was weird. Like the lighting situation was weird. And you might have seen a lot of things on social media where people were saying, "Oh my God, it looked like half the audience was empty and stuff." But then it was like, once you saw the strobe lights go over the crowd, you know, then it looked like the crowd was really full and everything. It looked like a packed house, but like, you know, if those strobe lights weren't going over the audience, it looked like, you know, half the crowd was empty and stuff. So that's why you might have seen things like that. But anyway, the lighting was a bad situation. I don't think they should do lighting like that, you know, in the future where it makes it look like half the audience is empty. My God, Vince McMahon would have a fit if he would have seen that, because his thing was, you don't ever make the audience look like it's empty, for God's sake. You know, you do everything possible to make it look like, you know, every seat is packed, you know, every seat's taken. Anyway, let's talk about what happened on the Royal Rumble 2026, because like you might have seen some people on social media, they made it sound like, oh my God, this was like the worst premium live event I ever saw in my life. You know, now me personally, I don't think it was that extreme. I personally don't think any of these matches were bad. I don't think there was anything that was like blow away. I don't think there was anything I would like be like sending emails to people I don't think I'd be telling anybody, "Oh my God, you really got to see this match. This match was amazing." You know, I wouldn't be in that situation, but I really don't think this premium live event was all that bad. It was probably average, okay? You know, that was just my opinion. I mean, some people were on social media saying they thought it was like one of the worst premium live events they ever saw, or the worst Royal Rumble they ever saw, but I don't think it was to that extreme, for God's sake. Let's talk about it. The first match on this premium live event, that was the 30 women 2026 women's battle royal here. And we have on this match, 2 wrestlers, they start out in the ring, and then every 90 seconds after that, you know, another wrestler will come out and eliminations occur when a wrestler gets thrown over the top rope and the 2 feet hit the floor. And the very last person in this battle, in this Royal Rumble, will end up getting a championship title match at WrestleMania. So let's see who was all involved in this and what happened here. Now, the first 2 wrestlers we had out there were two tag team partners, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Now, they were former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Now, they kept acting like, in the match, like they were going to attack each other, but they didn't. They didn't do that. They decided to wait until competitor number 3 came out to this match, before they started, beating on somebody. And that third person that came out was Kiana James. And then we had our 4th competitor was Nia Jax. Our 5th competitor, Ivy Nile. Our 6th competitor was Lola Vice from NXT. Our 7th competitor here was Candice LeRae. Our 8th competitor was Jordynne Grace. Now, here's where we find our first eliminations occurred. Our first and second elimination in the Women's Battle Royal Rumble were Jordynne Grace. She eliminated both Candice LeRae and Lola Vice, both at the same time. Then also we had elimination number 3, where Jordynne Grace, she eliminated Ivy Nile. So they're really putting over Jordynne Grace, who's now on the SmackDown roster. She's been, they promoted her from the NXT to SmackDown roster. Next, we have eliminations 4 and 5 in the Women's Battle Royal here. Now, here we have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They're both trying to help each other out. They're both trying to eliminate Nia Jax. But unfortunately, Charlotte Flair ended up eliminating not only Nia Jax, but unintentionally, she ended up inadvertently eliminating her own partner, Alexa Bliss. So here we're going to see in the coming weeks and months a lot of tension building between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, because we always see on the Royal Rumble all these this Royal Rumble stuff. We find out what are the future feuds and what are the future matches going to be on the road leading up to WrestleMania in April of 2026. Up next, we have some more of the entrants coming out into this Women's Battle Royal. We have entrant number 9, Becky Lynch, the current WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. Then we have at number 14, we have Sol Roca from NXT. She's a former NXT Women's North American Champion. And at number 11th, our number 11th entry is Roxanne Perez. Now, even though she might seem relatively new to some people, now she's been in NXT for a long time, and this is her 4th Royal Rumble appearance. And actually, in last year's Royal Rumble, she lasted almost 1 hour and 8 minutes, for heaven's sake, So they're really trying to put her over as a big star, that's for damn sure. A lot more so than they'd be putting me over if I was in NXT. If I was in WWE, they'd probably have me thrown out after like 3 or 4 seconds, for God's sake. And up next, we have entrant number 12 in the Women's Battle Royal. We have Maxine Dupree, followed by entrant number 13. That's Natalya Neidhart. And now we start there's a couple more eliminations in the Women's Battle Royal. Elimination number 6, Becky Lynch. She eliminates Maxine Dupree. And in elimination number 7, we have Natalya Neidhart eliminating Becky Lynch. And we have a few more entrants out here. We have entrant number 14, Liv Morgan of the Judgment Day, followed by entrant number 15, Lash Legend. And now here we have another elimination number 8, Lash Legend. She eliminates Jordynne Grace. Now this looks like this could be the start of WWE. Like they're starting to push Lash Legend as a bigger star. Now, if you've been watching like NXT the last few years, you might have seen Lash Legend on their weekly show, NXT Level Up. You see Lash Legend, she was losing every week. Or you'd see her on WWE NXT. She'd be losing matches every week. Now she's moving her way up on the totem pole. Now they're starting to have her, they're putting her over bigger. They have her eliminating Jordynne Grace. Now we have entrance number 16 and 17 coming up. Entrant number 16, Zelina Vega. Entrant number 17, Raquel Rodriguez of the Judgment Day. Now we have another elimination right here. Raquel Rodriguez eliminates Kiana James. So there you have that. Up next, we have entrant number 18, Chelsea Green. Now, she's coming out with her member of the quote-unquote Secret Harvest, Alba Fire. But Alba Fire, she's not actually an entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble, but she keeps trying to help out Chelsea Green and stuff. We see her doing that, trying to help out over and over, to the point where she ends up, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, they end up dragging her into the match. And Raquel Rodriguez, she ends up throwing Alba Fire over the top rope, even though she's not in the match. Next, we have a bunch of women's entrants. They come in at number 19. We have Julia, the WWE Women's United States Champion, and entrant number 20, Io Sky. She's one half of the current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And number 21, that entrant was Asuka. Number 22, we have Rhea Ripley. She's the other half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, along with her, partner Io Sky. Now here we have up next. We have a bunch of eliminations in the Women's Royal Rumble. We have elimination number 10. That's Julia. She eliminates Zelina Vega. Now elimination number 11 is we have Rhea Ripley. She eliminates Chelsea Green. Elimination 12. Rhea Ripley gets another elimination in there. She eliminates Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day. Up next, we have a few more entrants into the Women's Battle Royal. We have entrant number 23. We have Bayley. And now, Bayley had won the 2024 Women's Battle Royal, or the Women's Royal Rumble, rather. And entrant number 24, we have Jacy Jayne, the current NXT Women's Champion. And Jacy Jayne, this is her first Royal Rumble match that she's ever had. So we'll see how she fares in this. Up next, we have another elimination. We have Liv Morgan. She eliminates Natalya Neidhart. And we have a few more entrants into the Women's Royal Rumble. Up next, we have entrant number 25. That's WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. And entrant number 26 is Lyra Valkyria. So Lyra Valkyria, we figure she'll be trying to help out her partner Bayley in this match. And we have another elimination here. We have elimination number 14. We have Julia, Women's United States Champion, Lyra Valkyria. She eliminates Julia. That's what I meant to say. And I have a few more entrants here. Entrant number 27, we have Kalani Jordan of the NXT roster. She's coming in, and this is her first Royal Rumble match that she's been involved with. Number 28, we have entrant 28 is Kairi Sane. Up next, we have an elimination here where Kairi Sane, unfortunately, she unintentionally ends up eliminating her own tag team partner, Asuka, while she's trying to fight off Io Sky. So then we have elimination number 16, where Io Sky eliminates Kairi Sane. Up next, we have our last couple of entrants here in the Women's Royal Rumble. We have, and this is a surprise entrant at number 29, and this got a lot of cheering from the crowd. We had Bria Bella, entering the Royal Rumble. This is the first time that Bria Bella has appeared on WWE programming since the time when she was in the Royal Rumble back in 2022. And the word is she may be sticking around for a while anyway, at least for a short-term deal. You may be seeing her on a weekly basis. So, we'll see how all that works out. So that's good to see Brie Bella's back on the show for at least for a little while. So, and then we have finally our number 30. This is a return here. We have Tiffany Stratton, the former WWE Women's Champion, who is returning from injury. She hadn't been on the show since the fall of 2025 when she ended up getting a knee injury facing the current WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. So we have Tiffany Stratton as the last entrant here. Now we have a whole bunch of eliminations here in the Women's Battle Royal. Royal Rumble. We have elimination number 17. We have Bria Bella. She eliminates Lyra Valkyria. Elimination 18 is Nikki Bella, and she eliminates Bayley. Elimination number 19 is Jacy Jayne eliminates Kalani Jordan. Then we have elimination 20. Sol Ruca eliminates Jacy Jayne. And we have then we have two eliminations real close together. Eliminations 21 and 22. We have Lash Legend. She eliminates both Brie Bella and Nikki Bella, both at the same time. And this got the biggest boos on the show so far. I mean, everybody was having a fit that, they did not want to see Brie Bella and Nikki Bella both getting eliminated like that. Like they wanted to say, hey, Brie Bella, haven't had her on WWE television in 4 years. Let's have her in towards the end at least. Come on. Next we have elimination number 23, a Lash legend. She's eliminating Charlotte Flair. I mean, so you can see WWE, they're really trying to elevate Lash Legend. They're really pushing her up the totem pole. If they even have her eliminating Charlotte Flair, for heaven's sake there. Now, and Charlotte Flair, she had been in the Women's Royal Rumble for today. She'd been in there for 59 minutes and 49 seconds before she had been eliminated. So, there you go there. Now, Lash Legend, she ends up eliminating another person. Elimination number 24. Lash Legend eliminates Io Sky. For heaven's sake, now they got Lash Legend eliminating 5 people to this point, so they're really pushing her up on the totem pole. Her stock in WWE is going way up, as you can see. So, now, let's see, that got even bigger boos than when the Bellas were eliminated. People didn't want to see Io Sky getting eliminated this early, and they thought that she was going to be one of the last people in there, All right, and then up next we have elimination number 25. We have Rhea Ripley. She eliminates Lash Legend at that point. Okay, so there you go. Lash Legend gets eliminated after eliminating 5 of the women's wrestlers. Then we have elimination number 26. Raquel Rodriguez. She eliminates Rhea Ripley. And elimination number 27. We have Liv Morgan eliminates her own cohort. Liv Morgan eliminates Raquel Rodriguez. That's anything to create more tension in that group, the Judgment Day, that's always seeming to be pissed off. All those people in that group, it seems like they're always pissed off at each other. Well, now they're going to be even more pissed off because Liv Morgan eliminated their cohort, Raquel Rodriguez. All right, now up next we're down to the final 3 people. We're down to Sol Ruca from NXT versus Liv Morgan versus Tiffany Stratton. Who would have thought Sol Ruca would have been one of the last 3? But that's good to see she's working her way up the totem pole too as well, because she's a talented woman. She's got an incredible finisher. I mean, oh my God, I don't think I could. How many people could pull off a finishing move the way she does? That's one. You got to be really spot on. If you're not spot on and your opponent's not spot on helping you, to get that just in such a way, man, you're going to be screwed, Oh my God. But yeah, she's good at pulling that off. Now, let's see what happened. How did this end up? Now we have elimination number 28, Tiffany Stratton. She ended up eliminating Sol Ruca. And then our final elimination, number 29, Liv Morgan ended up eliminating Tiffany Stratton to win the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble match. And now she'll go on to get a championship title shot at WrestleMania of her choice. So there you have it right there. So that's the first time that Liv Morgan's ever won a Royal Rumble. Now, she's had a couple times in the past where she was like the second from last person, but that's the first. This is the first time she ever won the Women's Royal Rumble. So, all right, now up next, I'll just put in a good word for ESPN Plus, where this show was filmed. Okay, now I'm not trying to kiss the ass of ESPN Plus, but I will say this. Okay, I do like ESPN Plus hosting the premium live events. Isn't as bad as I was thinking it might be at first. Because, people had said, okay, well, with ESPN Plus, the problem with that is there is no commercial-free version of ESPN Plus. Now, that is true. However, at least it's not as bad as Netflix. Their commercial-free version, because, say, when you go to watch WWE Raw, when you watch it on the day that it airs, or Tuesday or Wednesday, the day after that, it seems like every 5 minutes the show goes on commercial break, and you can't fast forward through the commercials. Now, at least with ESPN Plus, when they do the premium live events, I will say this. Okay, yes, they do go to commercial breaks. However, they never go to commercial break during a match. It's always in between matches. So they didn't have any commercial breaks until an hour and 15 minutes into the premium live event, until after the Women's Royal Rumble was completely over. I mean, yeah, when you first click on, the Royal Rumble show, to start watching it, they had 30 seconds of commercials. Then they waited till after the match is over 100%. Then they go on a commercial break, I mean, so that's not bad relative to Netflix. That's like, forcing you to go through the commercials every damn 5 minutes, and you can't fast forward through it until, like, maybe if you watch the show on a Thursday when the show originally airs on Monday, then they edit out the commercials and stuff like that. But at least, okay, ESPN Plus, they're not doing any matches, they're not doing any commercial breaks in between the matches, which is good. Because that is so goddamn ignorant, in my opinion, the way Netflix, I'm paying like $19.07 a month to get the commercial-free version of Netflix, and then they're doing commercial breaks every like 5 minutes, and some of these matches have like 2-3 commercial breaks during them, which kills the momentum of the matches. It's ridiculous, So anyway, with that, let's go on to our next match. And we have AJ Styles versus Gunther. And in this match, the stipulation is, if AJ Styles, if he loses this match, then he must retire from WWE. Now, in this match, of course, Gunther, leave it to him to end up getting a crummy, lousy, underhanded win, and which is what he did. Halfway through the match, he ends up grabbing a hold of the referee, and then he ends up kicking AJ Styles in the below the belt region, which allowed him to get an upper hand in the match, and then Gunther won an underhanded victory later on when AJ Styles ended up, passing out in a submission hold. So therefore, according to stipulation, AJ Styles is going to have to retire from WWE. So who knows? He may very well end up in All Elite Wrestling, like we've seen with Tommaso Ciampa, with him the way he did in the last few weeks. So it should be interesting to see what happens with that. But anyway, Gunther won that match when AJ Styles passed out in a submission hold. Now, next match we have, this is a championship match. This is for the undisputed WWE Championship. And this is a match where Drew McIntyre, he's defending his undisputed WWE Championship against Sami Zayn. Now, in the past, we've seen Drew McIntyre, every time he's ever gone up against Sami Zayn, he always wins. Drew McIntyre, he has an 11-0 record up against Sami Zayn. However, they made a big deal about how, Sami Zayn, when he's wrestling in Saudi Arabia, he always wins. So they made it like, well, maybe Sami Zayn has a chance here. But no, in this match, Drew McIntyre, he had a solid, decisive victory here, and most of the match, he was beating Sami Zayn, and that's the way that match all went down. Now, next we had, after this match, we had another commercial break on ESPN Plus, but at least it wasn't during the match. That was the big thing. That's the important thing. Up next, we have the 2026 30-men Royal Rumble match. And let's see who was all involved in this. Let's see if there was any special surprises in here, any unexpected people here. And it was the same as the Women's Battle Royal. 2 superstars, they start out in the match, and every 90 seconds, another wrestler enters into the thing, and they're eliminated when both feet touch the floor. And let's see, the last person remaining in the match will have a championship match at WrestleMania. So let's see what all happened here. All right, now, first person out there was Obafemi from NXT. Here he is, 6'6", 310 pounds. He's a 2-time NXT champion. And, this is the first time he's ever been in a Royal Rumble match. And they still haven't said whether or not Obafemi will be on the Raw roster or on the SmackDown roster. On both shows, we've been seeing, like, promos that he's coming to the main roster, but they don't know whether he's going to Raw or SmackDown. And anyway, the second person that came out on the Men's Royal Rumble was Braun Breaker. He came out there with his manager, Paul Heyman. But Braun Breaker, I mean, he was just walking down to the entrance ramp, and all of a sudden we have a masked wrestler. His face is covered in, all covered up, and he comes out in a black sweatsuit. And most likely this is going to be Seth Rollins, since Seth Rollins has been out of action since the October 11th Crown Jewel pay-per-view, when he had to have surgery because of a legit shoulder injury. And we had seen in Seth Rollins on WWE television, we had seen Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed like attacking Seth Rollins, throwing him out of the group division. So here we have on the Royal Rumble, we have the masked hooded figure coming out, and Braun Breaker, his head was curb stomped into the concrete floor outside the ring by a wrestler who was most likely Seth Rollins, and that's the way it was. So this masked wrestler, he threw Seth Rollins into the ring, and no sooner did Braun Breaker get thrown into the ring than Obafemi threw him right out over the top rope. So that was our first elimination in the men's battle royal. Here was Obafemi eliminating Braun Breaker. Now, up next, we have our third entrant into the men's battle royal. That is Solo Sikoa at 6'2", 250 pounds. And he's currently one half of the current WWE Tag Team Champions on SmackDown. And it's almost like his name is meant to be sarcastic. They call him Solo Sikoa. But this guy can't seem to do anything on his own. I mean, he's got to have literally 4 people interfering in his matches before he wins matches. I mean, they have him out there with Tama Tonga, Tala Tonga, Tonga Loa, and JC Mateo interfering in his matches. So his name, Solo Sikoa, must be meant as sarcasm, because this guy can't seem to do anything on his own. He's got to have 4 people out there interfering. And next we have entrant number 4. We have Rey Mysterio at 5'6" and 175 pounds there. And he is, this is his 16th Royal Rumble that he's been in. And he won the 2006 Royal Rumble after being in that Royal Rumble for over an hour. Up next, we have entrant number 5, a wrestler we haven't been seeing a whole heck of a lot of recently, because they pulled him off television recently to try to, they want to kind of give him a, maybe like a little bit of a break. He's been starting his own gym, and they want to, kind of go a different direction with him storyline-wise. And we see at entrant number 5, that's at 6 foot tall and 304 pounds, we have Rusev. And he actually made his debut in a 2014 Royal Rumble match, and he hasn't been in a Royal Rumble since 2018, since he's been working for All Elite Wrestling for quite a few number of years. And this is his 5th Royal Rumble match he's been in. Now here we see a bunch of eliminations right here. We have elimination number 2. We have Obafemi. He eliminates Rusev. Elimination number 3. Then Obafemi eliminates Solo Sikoa. Then we have elimination 4. Obafemi eliminates Rey Mysterio. Then up next we have another entrant into the men's battle royal. We have Matt Cardona at 6'2", 224 pounds. He's formerly of TNA Wrestling, and he's formerly known as Zack Ryder of WWE. He was WWE got rid of him back in like around 2020 when they were getting rid of a lot of people back there for budget cuts and whatever. And this is his first Royal Rumble since back in 2015. Up next, we have another elimination. Elimination number 5 in the men's Royal Rumble. We have Obafemi. Obafemi eliminates Matt Cardona. All right, up next, we have another entrant into the men's battle royal at 6'5", 249 pounds. We have Damian Priest. And let's see. Up next, we have some more entrants here. We have Javon Evans. He's new to the Raw roster from NXT at 6'5", 180 pounds. This is his first Royal Rumble. That's entrant number 8. Up next, we have entrant number 9. We have Mr. Iguana at 5'10" and 165 pounds, and he's from AAA Wrestling. Up next, we have entrant number 10. We have Trick Williams, who's new to the SmackDown roster, he got called up from NXT, and he is at 6'4" and 240 pounds. And let's see, this is his first Royal Rumble that he's ever been in. And Trick Williams, he's the first WWE wrestler to ever hold the TNA World Championship belt. And we've seen that in recent months on TNA Wrestling. And next we have elimination number 6. We have Trick Williams eliminating Mr. Iguana. Up next we have some more entrants in here. We have entrant number 11 into the Men's Royal Rumble. We have Cody Rhodes at 6'2", 222 pounds. And he's a prior 2-time Royal Rumble winner. And he's looking to get his 3rd Royal Rumble win here, so he can be like Stone Cold Steve Austin, who also won 3 Royal Rumbles in the past. And Cody Rhodes, he won the Royal Rumble. Also, he won that last year. And let's see. What else here? He won, right. Oh, actually, yeah. Cody Rhodes won it in 2023 and 2024, rather. Yeah, we had Jey Uso won it in 2025. So he has 22 career eliminations in the Royal Rumble. Up next, we have the 12th entrant into the Men's Royal Rumble. We have El Grande Americano, as portrayed by Ludwig Kaiser at 6'3", 220 pounds. He's coming out with Bravo Americano, who is really Tyler Bate under a mask, along with Rayo Americano, who is just actually Pete Dunne under a mask. And up next, we have entrant number 13. Now, this is where Chad Gable makes his big return to WWE programming after being out of action since having surgery in like early July of 2025. I mean, they have him billed as, quote-unquote, the original El Grande Americano. They have Chad Gable out there at 5'8", 202 pounds. He's out there wearing a mask as El Grande Americano. He's got facial hair now, and they have him billed as the original El Grande Americano. And up next, we have elimination number 7, where Chad Gable, as the original El Grande Americano, eliminates El Grande Americano as portrayed by Ludwig Kaiser. So there you go. Ludwig Kaiser gets eliminated there. Up next, we have elimination number 8. Trick Williams. He eliminates Chad Gable, portraying the original El Grande Americano. Next, we have elimination number 9. Cody Rhodes eliminates Trick Williams. And up next, we have, this is a big one here, entrant number 14, we have Powerhouse Hobbs, formerly of All Elite Wrestling. And now he's being called Royce Keys in WWE. This is his first appearance on WWE television, and he's 6'1" and 270 pounds. I mean, he came out, and he really didn't get maybe as big of a reaction as maybe some people would have thought he would have got. I mean, maybe the people in Saudi Arabia didn't really know him as well. But anyway, he came out as entrant number 14. And for elimination number 10, Royce Keys, formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs, he eliminated Damian Priest. Up next, we have a bunch of entrants here. We have entrant 15, we've got Austin Theory at 6'1", 220 pounds. Entrant number 16, Bronson Reed at 6 foot tall, 330 pounds. Entrant number 17, Ilya Dragunov at 5'10", 210 pounds. This is the first time Ilya Dragunov's been in the Royal Rumble. And entrant number 18, we have La Parka from AAA Wrestling, 6'1", 220 pounds. And entrant number 19, Dragon Lee, 5'7", 165 pounds there. This is his first Royal Rumble match. And followed by entrant number 20, Logan Paul, at 6'2" and 220 pounds. Next, we have some eliminations here. Elimination number 11, Bronson Reed eliminated Royce Keys, formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs. Elimination number 12, Bronson Reed and Austin Theory both together eliminated La Parka. And elimination number 13, Bronson Reed eliminated Dragon Lee. Up next, we have another entrant here. We have, here's a guy returning from injury. At number 21, we have L.A. Knight, 6'1", 240 pounds. He is, and he's, he's not been on television since probably like early December 2025. they had a storyline where he was tsunamied through a car by Bronson Reed. So now they've brought him back. They're returning him back to action. And next we have some eliminations. Elimination number 14. LA Knight. He's eliminating Austin Theory of the Vision. And in elimination number 15, we have LA Knight. He's eliminating Bronson Reed, leaving Logan Paul as the only member of the Vision still in the ring for this men's Royal Rumble match. All right, up next we have a few more entries. We have Brock Lesnar at 6'3", 286 pounds, coming out with Paul Heyman. Now, he's also won the Royal Rumble back in 2003 and 2022. And 2020, he actually had 13 eliminations in a men's Royal Rumble match there. Up next, we have entrant number 23, Mike the Miz Mizanin at 6'2", 221 pounds here. And this is actually Mike Mizanin's 17th Royal Rumble match that he's ever been in. And the only person that's been in more Royal Rumbles, I guess, than Mike Mizanin has been Kane at 18 Royal Rumbles. Up next, we have elimination number 16. Brock Lesnar eliminates Ilya Dragunov. Up next, we have entrant number 24 in the men's Royal Rumble match. We have Rey Fenix at 5'10", 202 pounds. This is his first Royal Rumble match. Then we have a few eliminations. We got elimination number 17. We have Brock Lesnar eliminates Rey Fenix. And elimination number 18, we have Brock Lesnar eliminates Obafemi. Up next, we have another entrant number 25. We have Jey Uso at 6'2", 242 pounds. His current WWE World Tag Team Champion. He was actually last year's Royal Rumble winner. And let's see. Then we also have an elimination here. We have elimination number 19. We have LA Knight and Cody Rhodes helped each other to eliminate Brock Lesnar. Here I thought Brock Lesnar was going to be in this thing for a lot longer than that. But no, he's been eliminated by LA Knight and Cody Rhodes right here. And up next, entrant number 26, we have Roman Reigns at 6'3", 265 pounds. He's, let's see, this is his 8th Royal Rumble. And actually, Roman Reigns, the very first person Roman Reigns attacked was one of his relatives, Jey Uso here, surprisingly. Up next, we have elimination number 20. We have Roman Reigns eliminating Mike the Miz Mizanin. Up next, we have a few more entries in here. Number 27, we have Jacob Fatu at 6'2", 285 pounds, followed by entrant number 28, Penta at 5'11", 207 pounds. Up next, we have an elimination. Cody Rhodes eliminates LA Knight. And up next, we have our final two entrants into the men's battle royal. We have at number 29, Randy Orton at 6'5", 275 pounds. This is his 15th Royal Rumble match that he's ever been involved in. He's a 2-time Royal Rumble winner back in 2009 and 2017. And our final Royal Rumble entrant at number 30 is Gunther at 6'4", 250 pounds. Next, we have a bunch of eliminations. We have elimination number 22. We have Randy Orton eliminates Javon Evans. Elimination number 23, Gunther eliminates Penta. Then we have elimination number 24, and Cody Rhodes was eliminated when Jacob Fatu threw him over the top rope. But Cody Rhodes held on to the ropes until Drew McIntyre, who wasn't even in the damn Royal Rumble match at all, kicked Cody Rhodes in the head, and Cody Rhodes fell to the floor with both feet touching the floor, So that's how all that ended up, And elimination number 25 was where Roman Reigns eliminated Jacob Fatu, and that's one of his relatives. That's Jacob Fatu is Roman Reigns' cousin. So elimination 26 was where Jey Uso, he tried to eliminate Roman Reigns after Roman Reigns attacked him earlier, but Roman Reigns ended up eliminating Jey Uso. So up next we have, it was the men's Royal Rumble was down to Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Gunther. And the way this all ended up was in elimination number 27, Roman Reigns eliminated Logan Paul. Elimination 28 was Gunther eliminated Randy Orton. And so now it's down to Gunther versus Roman Reigns. And in elimination number 29, Roman Reigns eliminated Gunther. So Reigns is going to WrestleMania with a championship match of his choice. And this is Roman Reigns' second Royal Rumble win. And Roman Reigns will be able to face either the current WWE or the undisputed WWE champion, Drew McIntyre, or the WWE World Champion, which is CM Punk. So, let's see. Other than that, I don't really know of anything else I really wanted to say about this show. That's basically how the show ended. So that kind of helps you to get all caught up on this show before tonight's episode of Raw. So there you go. At least now you know, if you wanted to know, what all was going on with that. So that's basically it.